Good evening, members, friends and guest speakers, and welcome to the 2021 Wales YFC Rural Affairs Conference. This is the 17th conference that the committee has had the pleasure to arrange and the first ever virtual conference. It is a privilege to be the chairman of the Rural Affairs Committee, having been elected in September 2020. Since then, we have been working with members and organisations to deliver opportunities that really count for young farmers across Wales, including the annual pig rearing business skills programme, giving away a quad bike to raise awareness of farm safety, the agricultural business innovation bursary, and our lamb scheme initiative, to name only a few. But on to tonight's conference. Following what has been a challenging year for individuals and businesses, this week sees more positive news with the easing of lockdown and, of course, pubs reopening today in Wales. So our theme for the conference is inspiration. And we are very fortunate to have an inspiring range of guest speakers with us tonight, who are all leaders in their field. So it promises to be an outstanding evening with the array of knowledge our speakers have. We will surely be inspired tonight. I hope you all enjoy the conference this evening and get tagging us on social media using the hashtag CFFIconference. Now, all that's left for me to do is to hand over to tonight's chair, who is from CCF, and we thank them very much for their continued support and commitment to Wales YFC. Tonight's chair, Richard, comes from a farming background and graduated from Aberystwyth University with a degree in agriculture. A member and leader of Keystone YFC and a recent county president for Pembrokeshire. Richard works as the trading manager for CCF and is married to Sandra with 3 children. Their home is just outside Haverfordwest in Pembrokeshire, so we're in safe hands tonight. So thank you, Richard, and over to you.
Hi. Thank you, Claire. Noswaith our pub. Good evening, everybody. Croeso Conference. Welcome to the conference. As Claire mentioned there, it is our 7th year with our involvement with the Rural Affairs Conference, but our first on Zoom. We've been involved or supporting Rural Affairs now for probably 10 or 12 years, and as far as CCF are concerned, it's very important. You are the future. The members here are the future of Welsh agriculture and inspiration. We always try to support you getting inspirational speakers, because our aim at the end of the day, if we can trigger one member's thought process to set up some of the businesses that we hear about, then we are doing our job. A little bit about CCF. For those who don't know us, we are still one of the largest farmer-owned businesses in Wales. We trade with about 5,000 members. We started from our bases in good old Pembrokeshire, and since 1904 we have established our business across merging and amalgamating with other societies, and now we trade through 19 sites across Wales, predominantly up through mid Wales, up as far as Gaerwen in Anglesey in the north, and across to the east then with Rhyadr and Knighton branches. We are delighted again to support you with this conference, and we thank Wales YFC for the opportunity to fund this venture. We are very, very lucky this evening with some of the speakers we've got for the next 2 evenings, tonight and for Wednesday. But we're on Zoom, so a little bit of housekeeping. Firstly, can I ask you all to mute up so that we don't get any interruptions to the speakers from the dog, the cat, mum, dad, and anybody else who bursts in while you're listening. Secondly, we will have a question and answer session, which will be run by your chairman, Clare James, at the end of the evening. So pin back your ears, listen to the speakers, and write down those questions that come to mind at the time. And I think Claire's quite happy to either take a message through chat from you if you don't want to speak, or if you're happy to raise your hand using the function on Zoom, and we'll let you ask your questions that way.